I am getting married to a Dominican man. Woo! So this video, y'all, I get a lot of questions about marrying a Dominican, marrying someone in a foreign country. So we just thought, let's do a video, and who better to be in this video with me than my best friend who has been there from literally the beginning and up until right now. Hey guys, it's Shan here with Shan, your DR hostess with the mostest. And today I'm coming at you from Atlanta, Georgia because I'm visiting home. You guys know I miss my Dominican Republic so much. But today, I got my girl with me, my best friend, y'all, since 7th grade. I'm so happy. Yes. She actually, I'm gonna let her introduce herself, but she actually came from Chattanooga, Tennessee, all the way, no, not all the way. I mean, It's not like you came.
Just up the road.
I mean, yeah, like up the road. Anyway, she came to help me do some last minute things for the wedding. Oh, we have our, let's show them. Our Bride Regatta shirts on. So, anyway, introduce yourself, and then I'll go into all that.
So, hi everyone. I'm Shay, and I'm originally from Atlanta, but we did move to Chattanooga when I was in the.
She left me.
I did, but we stuck it out. I've been married for 13 years. I have 2 kids, and guess who's the godmother? She is.
I got 2 godbabies.
Oh wait, 2. Yeah, 2.
That's 2 godbabies.
No more. Yeah. So let's rock it out.
Shay knows I've dated. I've definitely had my relationships, right? Mm-hmm. So what would you say is the difference between this relationship and maybe some of my past relationships? Just briefly, what would you say?
Well, I definitely can say that the way Davey treats you is different. Okay. The way that you talk about him is different. Like you said, I have been around through all the relationships, even the ones here in Marietta. I was there.
We'll have to call out cities and all that.
Oh, yeah. So, all of them. And, each guy you've been with, they've had their own, benefit, their downfall, whatever.
Their pros and cons.
But Davey seems to be the one, that really has made an impact, a lasting impact, obviously, because you're getting married. Mm-hmm. So David just seems like he's the one from day one.
He's the one. I mean, I can say he's the one. And by the way, we'll just go ahead and let the audience know. We're already married. So David and I got married back in August to this year, 2019. Mm-hmm. But we are having our wedding in December. So I'm actually already a married woman. The wedding will be in December. So I feel like I'm getting married again. Oh. So I think that'll officially, I feel like a wife, but I think it'll be official after the wedding. So right. I'm actually home right now, doing the finishing touches and just getting my bridal party all set and good to go. So, yeah. So you think that Davey stands out from the others?
I do. I definitely do. Him being Dominican, that is a little alarming because, of course, Dominicans, they all have their stereotypes, but that's typical. I mean, men in America have stereotypes.
Wait. So you're saying, and I know this because we was on we did like our investigation. Mm-hmm. So we'll go into that later. Yeah. But yes, Dominican men definitely have their stereotypes. I mean, any man what?
Have stereotypes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to say any woman who goes into that country knows how charming and likable the Dominican man can be. Mm-hmm. I am no exception to that rule.
No.
They are very charming. They are very handsome.
Yes.
And I went and caught me one. So anywho, what are some of the stereotypes that we have heard about?
That we have heard and seen. Yes. That Dominican men, they use women for money. They use women for visa opportunities, sexual opportunities, whatever they can get. And typically it's foreign women that they're using and manipulating.
Mm-hmm. And we found out there's a term for this.
Mm-hmm. So, the term is sankypanky.
So,
short, we just say sanky.
Sanky, yeah. We just say sanky. But I guess the official term is sankypanky. Mm-hmm. But there's a movie, so if y'all want to check out more about Sankeys, there's a Sankypanky 1 movie and a Sankypanky 2.
Oh, wow. They got their own movie?
Wait, I think girl.
That's crazy.
There's a 3 too.
Oh.
We're late.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen any of them, but
Right.
I've definitely heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so the Sankeys. So the stereotypes are that they just like to use foreign women for making their lives better. So my viewpoint, let me just be honest, my viewpoints on that, because again, Sankeys live everywhere. They're not just Dominican men. That's just the term that is used in the Dominican Republic. But Sankeys can be anywhere. I mean, I feel like there are Sankeys technically here in America, in the United States. Now, I've never been Sankeyed.
Right.
I've never been Sankeyed. I have, like Shay said, we've heard the stories. I see it a lot in my business with Trip with Shan, because I am an Airbnb host. And I host several different properties. I actually firsthand see a lot of the activity going on. So it's really interesting, my perspective on the topic.
Right.
And she, because of that, because of my experiences, she knows a lot. She also, at the beginning of my relationship, she was very instrumental in helping me kind of research and, well, we kind of studied this thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Just make sure. Gotta be sure.
And what was the whole, were there red flags?
Well, we didn't see any red flags, and that is what has made Davey stand out the most. There has not been any red flags with him. I mean, your typical day-to-day stuff, but that's
what's wait, like what? Day-to-day
maybe like not calling when he should call.
Oh, okay.
Well, that could be because he's working. That's kind of things that you can just get through, talk about. But no, we didn't see any red flags.
And by the way, we've gotten so much better on the communication piece. Yeah. So,
right. Yeah.
So that can be a red flag. If you're not getting that consistent communication from your guy. I'm very different from Shay, because I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. Whereas she's like, you're guilty until proven innocent. She's very much so guilty until proven innocent. And I'm more innocent until proven guilty. So it's good to have my best friend. Yeah, would you say that?
True. Yeah.
So I love that, actually. I love the fact that my best friend is right there. She's been there. She knows. So like, I could be coming to her telling her about sankypankies, but she knows more than me almost. Right? Yeah. So we have done due diligence. Like, what kind of things did we do to research? What did we do? No, I mean, you don't have to give any names or specifics, but what did we do to kind of check?
Well, I would say Facebook is a great tool to use. So that was one of
because what have we found with Facebook?
That they have several pages. They live
red flag.
They live. They have different women on different pages,
or they use a certain page for certain people. Like, you may just have access to page A, which has 36 friends on it. Right. You being one of them. Right. Kind of a red flag.
And maybe have a different name on one page rather than the other page.
Yeah, maybe a red flag.
So Facebook was a big tool that we used.
Wait, can I just say something though? I will say that what I have seen in the Dominican Republic is that they're not kind of like us, and I can't just say this is just a Dominican thing, but they tend to forget passwords a lot. And so they'll create a new page. Okay. They lose their phones a lot. Phones are lost a lot. They break their phones a lot. So they change their Facebook up a lot. Right. So, you have to kind of look at other things too. You can't take that into consideration. Right. Yeah. Okay. What other red flags?
That was really it. We didn't really go through the whole phone thing, so we never got that far. But like I said, David really never gave us a reason to do anything more. Right. We would just kind of try to do surface level, make sure there wasn't any other women out there.
Yeah, that's true. Because my husband does have children. So, that was a big thing. It's just like, what's the deal with the exes? So it did take a little while, because Dominican men are honestly pretty quiet and hush-hush when it comes to past relationships, I found. And I've heard others say that. Now, obviously, that doesn't apply to all men. And nothing in this video will apply to every Dominican person or man in general. So, we're not using this to say that, to categorize a whole group of people. Right. But in my experience, which I've had quite a bit of experience, I work on a daily basis with Dominicans. And with Trip with Shan, my company, which does tours and excursions and hotel bookings and property accommodations. I work with Dominicans on a daily basis.
Right.
My husband is Dominican. He has taught me a lot. And even when I dated, the people that I dated taught me an awful lot, and I observed an awful lot. So I think that I have a pretty good perspective on Dominican men. But let's just talk about some red flags in general. What other red flags were there that that people might want to know? Like, what other red flags are there when it comes to Dominican men? The multiple accounts, I would say, is a big one.
Multiple Facebook accounts. Well, asking for money right off the bat. That's a big red flag.
Yeah.
I mean, but the Dominican country is a poor country, and most of the people there don't make a lot of money. So I guess you have to kind of take that into consideration as well.
Yeah, I think it's how it occurs. You know, if he's invested and he's done things for you,
right?
You know, because Davey, you know, I don't mind saying my man, my husband, is a very hardworking man. He has a great job. No, he does not have a great job. No,
he works.
Which I say in general, that's a great thing that he actually has a job that he can go to and does make some money.
But really, if you, in hindsight, think about it, his job may be a really good job in the DR. I mean, because he works for the city, right?
Yeah, he's got benefits. You know, they set him up with a bank account. He's got a work vehicle. So maybe in DR standards, it's a great job. Yeah. Income wise, financially, by my American standards, not such a great job.
Right.
But that's typical. You know, the average income, for those of you who don't know, the average income in the DR is about $400 a month. So it's very, very, very low. Imagine how many of you could live and exist off of $400 a month. And then let's put it a step further. If you made $400 a month and you had a partner that brought in upwards of $2,000 a month.
Right.
How do you think that relationship would go? Right. You know, so, you know, you have to look at those sorts of things. But money, for sure, if they're asking for money right off the bat, I would definitely say that that's probably a red flag. Yeah, because I still think that these men, they're very prideful people. Dominicans are very prideful. Machista? Yeah, that's another term for them. What does that mean?
Macho.
Very macho. So they're a very male-driven society. Roles are a big thing there, you know, male roles, women roles. So my husband is very much the male. You know, he doesn't mind doing that manly work, but we have not had the. He never came at me, and still doesn't come at me for money. I'm his wife, so, you know, I feel like now things can be done a little differently, but even still, like, we are just we've gotten used to how things are, and it works for us. Right. And I appreciate that it's not that he gives me money either. Like I don't get a lot of money or anything from him, but the things that he does do, like around the house, the fact that he cooks, the fact that he is such a protector, and you know, he's very nourishing to me. Right. I feel like I'm compensated in that way. Right. And speaking of that, like, I feel like with the Sankeys too, if a woman feels compensated by, you know, giving a man money and in return she's getting something that she wants, I don't see a problem with that sort of relationship. Like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, Sankeys are bad and Sankeys are this. And I definitely don't respect anybody taking advantage of anyone. Right. You see, you know, like, I don't respect anyone taking advantage of anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, woman or man. Right. Because there are women who do it too in the Dominican Republic and in the world. But I don't respect any of that. So I do feel like, though, if the relationship is reciprocal, I always say that. If the relationship is reciprocated, you're getting something for what you're giving. Right. Who are we to judge? Right. Who are we to judge?
Right. Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Well, so how do you feel about marrying a Dominican with all of the, you know, stuff going around that we see on Facebook amongst other people?
Let me tell you how I feel about marriage. When it comes to my marriage, yes, my man is Dominican by blood and by birth, but he's a man.
Right.
You know, first and foremost, he's a God-given creature, and he is a beautiful man. And I'm not talking physically beautiful. I'm just saying inside, he is a beautiful man. Mm-hmm. He's a handsome man too, but that was not what drew me to him. It was his persona. It was his consistency, his persistency as well, but mostly just the fact that he did what he said he was going to do. If he told me he was going to do something, he did it. He delivered. Mm-hmm. It was much more relationship based on action versus words. And up until this point, I had really been living in relationships that were a lot of promises and what I want to do and what I'm going to do, and I promise you this, baby, and da-da-da-da. And this was definitely a different sort of relationship. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so when you ask me, how do I feel about marrying a Dominican? It doesn't matter where he's from. I love the man that I've married, and he's a good man. And so I feel amazing and blessed to have met such a man.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'm so excited, too, because like I said at the beginning, I've been married for 13 years. And I know just past conversations with Shanna, she was kind of scared about marriage, you know, and marriage, I used to always think to myself, like, I want my best friend to get married, to experience marriage. Because, yes, marriage is hard. Yeah. You know, you're going to have some high days, you're going to have some low days. But I wanted her to experience that. And I'm so glad that she was able to, you know, find someone that she can really fall in love with, because that's what's at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Someone that you can love and someone that loves you in return, and that you can enjoy the rest of your life with. Yeah. And that's what she's found in Davey. Yes, I was a little hesitant because he is Dominican, but you know, like we said, there's men here that do the same thing that people in other countries do. Yeah. Treat women the same way. So
that's a good point. You're right. See, my mind is so changed now. She's absolutely right. When I moved to the Dominican Republic 4 years ago, I was pretty much done. Like, I don't have a lot of great examples of marriage around me. I mean, my best friend's been married over 10 years. That's a pretty nice example. But, you know, I don't have the greatest examples of being raised by, a perfect couple or just seeing that, you know, growing up seeing that. I didn't see that a lot. So honestly, with the men that I have dated, it just hasn't been the most future, you know, something to look forward in the future. I wasn't very optimistic about finding love in the future. Mm-hmm. So it's funny how she just reminded me how I was kind of like, nope, marriage is not for me, maybe. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was in that mindset of like, nope, I don't think I'll ever get married. Right. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, but now I'm like, wow, and it's so crazy because it wasn't even that long ago. Mm-hmm. So it's amazing how God can come in and just change, put somebody in your life that just completely. I mean, because there was even times at the beginning with Davey, you still was like, I don't know, Shay, you know, but this past year it's changed. Yeah. Yeah, we did. We went through just, you know, like any couple, just some rough patches where it wasn't more so anything that violated the relationship. It was more so just learning each other and trying to build that trust and just, then we have the fact that we're from two different cultures and we speak two different languages. Yeah, there's that little factor too. Right. Lucky for me, I speak Spanish, so I'm able to communicate with my husband who speaks Spanish and is working on his English, but that's how we communicate. Oh, that's another red flag.
You speak English?
Well, I used to, one of the things I read was just like, if you can't speak their language, how do you communicate? Right. And how do you know what's being said literally right in front of you if you don't understand the language? Right.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Because communication is like the main ingredient for a successful relationship.
Well, number one.
So, yeah. That is kind of rough. But, yeah. So Shanna, she has had a change of heart, and we are so glad. We're looking forward to December 7th. Woo-hoo.
And again, you have like that sixth sense for people. You know how to spot it from a mile away. I always say that me and Shay we could actually have our own like investigation agency. That's how good we are. We've done work for people. Like we have. So if y'all need something, let us know. We can figure it out.
I got you.
Yeah. Small fee. Small
Yeah,
fee.
small fee.
But no, really, there's some ways that she's been very helpful in helping me to discover, just have that extra boost of confidence and trust in my relationship. So I think that's it for right now. I think that's enough to kind of get you guys started. If y'all have any questions or thoughts about your own experiences with your Dominican, or someone who's in a relationship with a Dominican man, we would love to hear. So drop some comments. Please definitely go and on the YouTube page, like and subscribe. And again, let us know if you have any questions. But Shay, thank you so much for being with me.
I'm so excited. This was a great opportunity. I was nervous, but it turned out really well.
Girl, you did all right. You did good. You did good. Bye, y'all.
Bye.